Okay, there we go. So, let's see. I made it so you guys didn't miss anything, just in case you were doing a following guide or anything like that. So yeah, let's continue getting this first Paragon, which should make it so, again, I'm not doing infinite round, or infinite, I'm not doing max level solo degree Paragon, which I think is around like 60s to the 80s. No. Max level solo is, I think, 60s. You can correct me if I'm wrong, if that's what you want to do. So I'll go for Boomerang next, because why not? Boomerang is pretty interesting. And if you were wondering, my favorite tower is my favorite tower in this game, specifically this game, not including upgrades, is probably I'm gonna do a favorite tower without upgrades and with upgrades. So let's start with the without upgrades. I think it might be like the without upgrades, I think it's the helicopter. It looks really cool. You can't really see it here, but it has an interesting helipad design. It can follow your touch, stay in one place, move around in multiple points that you choose it. A and B is what it examples of. And it can also, if you buy a 2XX, it can also get Pursuit, or like a 200, 2XX, whatever. It can gain the ability Pursuit, which gives it basically the range of infinite map. Even if, well, okay. So it can hit, so like for example, it can hit anywhere that is not blocked off by these, unless they're, I think, Moab class balloons. If they're Moab class balloons, then it most likely won't hit them. Well, it most likely will, I think. But just don't think it, I don't think it will 100% of the time. So if you're looking for a video that is maxing every single Paragon to solo max level, this isn't the video to look for, or this isn't the video to look at. But if you're looking at a high rounds starter guide type of thing, I think this might be a good video. But I'm showing you like long maps. This is basically how I do infinite rounds, is, or at least the max round you can go to. It is basically grind out by doing these things. If you're like just barely got on the game, haven't done anything yet, and is looking at this video, then I'd suggest starting by playing the maps, leveling up your monkeys. A good start would probably be just going, for example, like Dart Monkey. I'll use this. So like probably by the beginning of the game you're gonna have all 3 222s and maybe a tier 3. My suggestion, which I think it might be helpful, is start by getting all 3 tier 3s, then all 3 tier 4s, and then all 5s. But that's just my opinion. You can do it however you like. So like if you were to... So like you could go for straight one path and then do the next ones, or go straight for a different path and then go for the next ones. Like, it's your choice. But I gave my suggestion of if you wanted it. But if you're like a good player, almost reaching my level of good, which is black bordering all but one beginner map, and the one beginner map I cannot black border is the I think it's called Hedge or something like that, where it's basically it's curvy like corner, so it goes straight, corner, that type of curve Enos, kind of like this map but shorter. And also it has 2 grassy walls, and I say grass E with a Y at the end. So yeah, basically. And in the middle of it is a giant, or a big, Dart Monkey statue. That's the map. And I think the part that's getting me on that chimps mode of black bordering is the yes. Brain gotta think. But yeah, I think it's that those open or what these monkeys are hiding behind, barriers type of things. That's what is probably getting to me. Is I'm not buying like certain towers like the Alchemist is for buffing, but I'm not like buying Wizard's top path or but like the strategy I've been going with is usually try to get the hero and start with either ninja. Okay, that was a weird moment. Anyways, starting with ninja. Then like after some time, I tried multiple different startings, and I think the best one was Dart Monkey in front and try to get him to crossbow, and then buy something for back, and then I can save up for the helicopter, get these two, and these two, or basically Apache Prime, which first you get Razor, Yes. 3 to the top path, 2 to the bottom. Then you go for Unpopped Army and Wall of Fire. And then you go for Apache Dart Ship. And then you go for Prince of Darkness. And then you go for Apache Prime. That's basically the strategy I've been doing. Except you could say that I get like Shimmer and then the helicopter. But that's either way. But that's my favorite strategy of using. There's also the Druid strategy. That also works. I just haven't been able to try it yet because I haven't gotten to the maps that are harder and may need it. So yeah. Really. I think that should be enough. 32. Not too bad. Now, I'm not going to be able to get as high of a Buccaneer. And this time I will not gonna place the Paragons on the Buccaneer. I'm not doing it this time because, well, I don't feel like it. So what I'm gonna focus here with the Buccaneers is just get as much damage in as I can. And while they're getting damage, I'm going to grab a ninja and start on the ninja Paragon. I'll get a Saboteur here. And I'll grab some Grandmaster and some Master Bomber over here. Some moments of just grabbing random monkeys. Moments of ninja monkey grabbing. Yeah, I've used that twice now. It's fun. But the main focus I'm going for is just buying as many as I can. And letting the ones in front, hint the other two tier 5s from the Grand Saboteur, get all the pops. And when they get pops, enough pops, I will just buy it, or whenever I feel like it, mostly. I will buy it. Now this won't be what normal runs of this game for me will be looking like. It'll be looking a little different from this. If I was like speedrunning or something like that, it would be different. Which I'm not the best at speedrunning in mostly any game. Other than, I'll have to make a video of that at some point. Because that's one thing I originally did was, when I beat Bowser's Fury for the first time, which it wasn't too hard. It was like 20... It was basically about sometime after the game came out, like maybe a month later. After some, like, okay, so after I beat the game, I was like, why not? Let's try doing this. And so I did a challenge myself where I had to beat the game, or the Bowser's Fury part, as while only using one power up. And it is possible if you give a little leeway to certain parts. How many pops do they have? Sure. Send a chat right now, why not? But yeah, I did a challenge using, so like, I used some interesting tricks with the ones that did not have agility. Like, some people would call it, I think it's, I forgot what it's called, but it's basically where you jump off of one edge, and then you jump to the other edge where the platform, or no, not platform, where the, to like your right, instead of jumping in between two walls, you jump, I think it's called corner jumping, is what the term is called. So I used that on everything except for Cat Bell. And no, I did not. I just counted the Super Cat Bell as, like the upgraded version, as in the regular version. And when you have to do Giga Bell, well, I mean, you're not going to be able to use any other power-ups, so that is the part where you have to use the Giga Bell. Or the Bell, yes. And so, after you do those, you just continue using the power-ups. You have to re-equip the power-up that you were using. And with the Tanuki Leaf, it's kinda hard to get it, because you don't get it at first easily. I think you have to go to like the second area. Either, okay, so like with the Tanuki Leaf, I had to make some exceptions, and I just made it so, like you had to grab coin, either you had to grab coins, or you had to, I think there was a wall that gave you it, like one of those wall paintings that Bowser Jr. does. You had to do one of those. So I think I had to, okay. If I remember correctly, since it's been a while, like back in somewhere in the 2010s, like between 2015, I think, to 20, if I remember correctly, 2015 to 2019, because I know it was before 2019 and after 2015. So yeah. It was pretty fun back then. And now I have to make videos on that. And actually, I wanted to go back to the game at some point. Bowser's Fury. But if you want to know my strategy on Bowser's Fury, I will probably say it in Bowser's Fury when I do gameplay of it. Wait. So yeah. Go for the Paragon now. That's okay. And if you're wondering where this came from, before I had to, what I do is, well, I used it now on accident, but what I do when the video stops or pauses is I go to the home, and the chest was available, so I saw what was in the daily chest. They gave me one of those, and yeah. So, that's all those paragons. That would actually be an interesting idea that just popped up in my mind. Because you can place, from what I've seen, like certain monkeys could go on certain parts of this. But I don't see, yeah, it's kind of confusing. But if you didn't know already, these paragons do not count as sacrifices. Oh, I didn't buy any other upgrades for that. Yeah, that's fine. But now I have to save up for some more money. Spend it all on 51,000s. And also these little guys, if I remember correctly, do not count as sacrifices. Or mostly any powers. I'm gonna do that village chat real quick. Even though it doesn't grab all of them, it still grabs something to make me some money. But again, I'm not doing maximum. Paragons. Even though I at least am doing maximum. Maximum Super Monkey. Or what you call it. Vengeful Temple. That's what I'm doing maximum of. it's now 51, 51, 60 something, and 60, 50, 60 something. So let's buy the Sun Temple. There we go, and now I'm going to do the same strat as last time. No, I do not want sentries. And as you can see, I can rebuy the T5s. They don't work like the Super Monkeys Super Monkey Vengeful Temple, where you buy it and then you can't get any of the other tier 5s. The Paragons are just there as a 555 or a tier 6 tower.